Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach. Thank you very much for joining me. So this is an additional Tuesday practice. So every Thursday I post up a video practice here on my YouTube channel. At the moment we're in Gemini season, which rules over the arms. So I'm offering you that duality. So we have two arms. Gemini are ruled by or depicted as the archetype of the twins. So we have those two essences. So I thought it'd be quite nice to pop up a couple of videos over the next couple of weeks. So you have your Tuesday practice and your Thursday practice. Last Tuesday we went into working with the fists, working with building up that strength into the forearms without having to use any props. Now this week we're going to be looking at a movement that you can use the belt with. Ideally we want resistance bands for the next few poses in this week's practice. And you have got different resistances, so you've got like medium, and on this one I think that's like an extra light one. I can't even find the camera. But it really just depends. Obviously the harder ones, or heavier ones, they're thicker as well, and they have a big, so that one is I think the heaviest one, that's an extra heavy, and that one has a lot of resistance against it, whereas this is the lightest one, it's thinnest, and I can pull that one quite easily. So just be mindful of the ones you get. I like these ones because they're marked with which ones are the heavier, and it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones, so you've got an option of 5 different ones to work with. In the description details below, as well as if you do want to join a live stream class, you've got the booking details there. I do have a shop on my website which just links to products on Amazon, so it's like an affiliate link, so I do earn a little bit of commission with that, but it's just for, so many people ask me for recommendations. It's just an easier way to link things on Amazon, and then you can go through and find the product easily as well. So for the first practice we're going to go into, so this is all about working with the arms, working with the wrists. We're going to use a belt for this practice. If you have got a traditional yoga belt, or a belt that you'd use that has a buckle, so much like the yoga belts have the D clasp, so you can hear it probably rattling around. Obviously it's metal, we don't want that to get in the way or catch ourselves or catch whatever's around us. So do put that into your hand, doesn't matter whether you use right side or left side, and then just wrap the belt around a couple of times so that's not going to go flying about. Then the belt is now nice and sturdy in that hand. You're going to take your other hand and slide the belt along. So you want the hands just to be slightly wider than your shoulders. You will then have a little bit more belt releasing. I'm going to show you this one from the side. This one's really good for warming up the shoulders. So you're going to keep the arms out in front of you, and then inhale, raise the arms up over your head, and exhale, push the arms back. You don't have to go very, very far. And then you're going to bring the arms back over your head, and then lower down in front of you. So inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, start to push the arms back. So keep this stretch active. So some people can get that rotation and bring the hands all the way down by their hips. So we just want to push the arms back, so you start to feel that stretch into the shoulders. Inhaling, bring the arms up over your head. Exhale, lower the arms down in front of you. Inhale, raise the arms up over your head. Exhale, pushing the arms back. Inhale and exhale. A few more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Push the arms back. Inhale and exhale, lowering the arms down. So a really good way to warm and work the shoulders. So from here, we're even going to take the belt. If you're using the belt can work. So you can take the belt around the arch of the feet, and then you're going to be holding onto the belt with just your right arm. Or if you've got the belt, if you've got the resistance bands, you can take the resistance band around the belt, I can't talk today, it's resistance bands around the feet, and then you're going to be pulling with the right hand. So you're looking forward. You can either have your left arm up to the ceiling or place the left hand onto the thigh. Stay looking forwards, but just start to pull the right arm back and pull it forward. Pull the right arm back and pull forward. This is why the resistance band is good, because you get that pull back, whereas when you work with the belt, you're not going to be feeling that as much. So changing sides. I am going to change the belt just so, or band, so you can see the difference with the different resistances. So this is going from an extra light to a medium, so I'm skipping up by one. So the band or the belt is around both the feet. You're holding it now in the left hand. Your right hand can be on the leg or raising up to the ceiling, and you're pulling back, releasing, pulling back, releasing. Still keeping the chest looking forwards. We're going to go into a twist in a minute. Now I haven't been counting these, but obviously if you're going through these, you could go up to 10 on each side. You could decide to pause the video, come back to the right side and go through another set of 10. With anything, when you're working with resistance, or when we go, especially next week, into working with the weights, then you want to make sure that you're going for like 2, 3 or 4 sets of around 10. So you start to feel that muscle fatigue. So from here, like I said, you can pause the video and come back to these and do a few more sets, or we can go for a little bit more of a twist. So I like to have my left hand now on my left shoulder. So as I pull, I'm going to twist and look to the side and look forward. Twist, look to the side, look forward. Pull around, twisting. So you're going just for a little bit more movement. So 2 more, and then we'll change sides. Last one. And I will just change the band. So I've done both sides evenly. And you could decide if you're doing, say, 4 sets, then you could go with the lighter set for 10 rounds, and then you could go up to a heavier set. Same with it, you can slowly increase the weights that you're working with. So you're pulling back, but you're also going for that twist and then looking forward as you release. Pull back, go for the twist, looking forward, pull the arms forward, or let the arm ping forward a bit. So you've got that resistance that you're pulling back. And the same with these, you can always go for up to 10 and then pause and then replay the video for the next set. So we've worked with 1 round with the belt. We've worked with these where we're just pulling the arm back, so you're starting to get that movement in the shoulder, and then you start to twist. Now we're going to go into a lunge. Now you can do this in low lunge or in high lunge, whatever works for you. So what we're going to be doing is taking the resistance band. The resistance band works best for this, so you're going to get into the wrists. You can keep your back knee on the mat, which is what I'm going to do for this one, because I know if I come up too high, because I've got the camera quite low, the joy of filming from home because we're still isolating. So we've got the band around the thigh, and then you're going to take your hands through. So the hand is out and it's around the wrist. So you're going to do this with both sides, and you can lift and lower. So this one, I know I could feel I could go actually for the hardest resistance because there's so much movement on here. So let's have a go whilst I'm showing you on the camera. So it's that pull and lower, pull and lower. Make sure you're drawing the hips forward so you get that hip flexor stretch. Once you've done up to 10, releasing, changing sides. So taking your time. The key when you're working with building up your strength, you want to work nice and slowly. There is absolutely no rush. So especially if you're going through, I know if I worked with this band, I could go so quickly with that movement. If I show you the movement here, because there's so much movement, there's no resistance. Same way when we go into what we're doing next week with the weights, you want to make sure that it's not too easy. So I've actually gone up to the heaviest band I can. So we're changing sides around the back of the thigh. Make sure you're not too close to the knee. Got the hands through, pull and lower down, pull, lower down, pull, lower down. So with this one, I have also got a couple of wrist stretches videos I filmed a couple of years ago now. So I will link that to the end of this practice. And again, once you've done up to 10, you can change sides. So you could do 2, 3, or 4 sets. So you want to make sure that you're working so you start to get to a form of muscle fatigue. Now, here's the big thing. When we work with getting into our strength, we have to get to that element of fatigue. That's when we know that we're working the muscles and we're building muscle up on muscle. So we're building that strength in. If it's too easy, you're going to stay at that comfort zone. You've got to lift it up a level. So this is why it's worth having the different resistances. So you can see with this one, that's the heavy one, and then the lightest one. So you can see that they've got the dots coloured in. So you get more resistance as you work. The same when we go into our practice next week. So I'm just going to highlight this again. So you've got the week to order yours if you want to. Working with the dumbbells, I currently work with 3 kilos. So, and I do have 2 of those. You can obviously get lighter ones, but do be mindful that if they're that easy to lift, you may have to invest into slightly heavier ones sooner rather than later. This is why it's nice also to go to the gym. It's one big thing that I am missing now that we're in lockdown. I mean, we've been in lockdown for over 2 months now, so I've not been able to go out to the gym. Luckily, I already had weights anyway, but it's having that variety. I really can't talk today. So just be mindful when you do invest. Don't be put off, at the thought of, well, Rachel works with 3, so maybe I should get lower. Some of you might be already used to lifting weights, so you might even work with higher, but aim for around here. This is quite a nice middle ground. If you have got any questions, let me know. Thank you very much for joining me. I shall see you on Thursday, and I shall see you next week on Tuesday, when we're going to go into the dumbbells, and I will just talk through a prop you can use at home if you don't have the dumbbells yet. See you later. Have a wonderful week and take care. Try to use these if you can every week, and I will put an extra link into another video I practiced. I've been practicing for a while now, and then videoed a few years ago to share with yourselves, but sometimes I know they get lost once a few videos do start appearing up on the channel. We tend to go with what we can see easiest. We don't always scroll through, so I'll link that at the end. See you next week. Take care.